Because if I left it up to the people that you chose for me, I'd look like an ashy clown. Oh, and don't get me started on the hair. Do not get me started on the hair. Oh, you changed? Yeah, you changed because you had to. Because if you didn't, no one would want your ass. Oh, but it's, no, it's too late. It's too late because today I am wise enough to know that my beauty is not defined by you.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Tired of that. This woman been speaking out for decades now. How people have been oppressed based on beauty standards, discrimination, inequality. The same standards they frowned upon all their daughters are trying to look just like now. They want to look like Tyra now. They want to look like Tyra Banks now when Tyra Banks had to go through people telling her how they wanted her to look like and fighting through that, doing so many amazing accomplishments from her own talk shows, her own production companies, magazine covers, breaking down doors, being an activist through modeling, the world of modeling, giving us insight to things we didn't even know exist. And now look at her. I'm not even doing this justice. She's been on the show so many times, so many accolades, and now we're here to talk about something that's totally unique in itself, ModelLand, the one and only Tyra Banks. Say her name. Say her name. Tyra.
Slay.
How you been, Tyra?
I have been good.
You're such a rapper, even when you're talking.
Oh, was I rapping just now?
It felt like we could have threw a beat underneath that, when you did that. I think you got an MC's,
you know what? I actually can freestyle a little bit, and I can rap a little bit.
Yeah.
I flow. Yeah.
She got an MC's name.
Tyra
she could
Banks?
just go by Tyra Banks.
Right. Tyra Banks.
Does
that sound like I made it up? Like I made it up, but
Banks,
I didn't.
But you didn't. Yeah, this is a good
right.
name.
The Banks does sound like
Money,
I made it
you
up.
popping, you flossing, you dripping.
My God.
Yeah.
And she is.
What she is dripping. Tyra, so much we could talk about. How you been personally?
You know what? I am tired.
Okay.
I am exhausted. I did not sleep last night. And it's because of ModelLand. I'm not trying to promote or anything. I'm serious. I have gained 30 pounds in the last 5 months. I am eating everything I can get my hands on. I am stressed, but it is the happiest stress ever in my life because I've been working on this for 12 years. Wow. And finally, tickets are on sale, and it's just becoming more real and more real. But I am very tired, but in a good way tired, just working nonstop. You guys know how that is.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, can you share, because there's not many projects that take a double-digit amount of years to complete. Can you speak a little bit about what the beginning looked like and what the middle and what this grand finale you're preparing for is?
So I wrote a book. It came out 10 years ago, started it 12 years ago, called ModelLand. And it was this fictitious place that existed in an alternate universe that trained the world's models. But in order to get to this fictitious place, this school, this Harry Potter meets America's Next Top Model Hogwarts type of school, you had to be stick skinny. Everybody looked the same. There was racial diversity, but everybody looked kind of white. Everybody just kind of looked all the same. But 8 young students came to this school. They don't know why, because they look different. They're thick, they're short, they're freckled, they're all kind of stuff. And they break down that school and they open up beauty to the world. So that was what the book was about.
Right.
But I wrote that book only to create a place.
Yeah.
A place. I had this idea 10 years ago. I went to Harvard Business School's Owner-President Management Program, had my 100-page business, my business plan after that, pitched it to all these different people, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy. They were like, what are you talking about? Immersive retail, experiential this? You want to do a themed amusement thing for modeling, for the masses, for families to come? They didn't know what I was talking about. I dusted it off, picked it off of that shelf 3 years ago, and every single place I went to was like, oh, we want it. How much can we pay for this? We want it. We'll pay for you to build it.
Really?
So it totally changed. And I always tell people, sometimes people just aren't ready for you.
Right.
Sometimes you just have something that they just don't understand. And now the world understands the land of which is ModelLand. And we're coming to you. And I can tell you what ModelLand is. People are like, what is ModelLand?
Well, yeah, I read it. And I read it twice, and I let me tell you what I took from it.
Yes, the press release.
Yes. Okay, so you're going into this space.
Yes.
That exists in the mall.
It exists not in the mall, but it exists on the outskirts. So we're on 4th Street, right by the Santa Monica Pier. So we're not like inside a mall. We're actually on the street.
On the street.
But connected to Santa Monica Place. Yes, inside.
Okay. You know, you're going to have all these different... this is the way I interpreted it,
Okay.
but I'm sure it's wrong.
Yes, okay, you go. You go, Sway. Break down ModelLand what Sway thinks it is.
I'm going to go into all these different spaces, different rooms that are going to offer different things. One might offer a photo shoot gallery or something where I'm going to be taking pictures. And is this true?
Rooms and that type of stuff.
No.
You come to ModelLand Academy, Sway.
ModelLand Academy.
Yes.
Okay.
You arrive there, and then before you get there, when you buy your ticket, you fill out a 20 questions questionnaire about yourself.
Okay.
Your hair color, your hair texture, your skin color, all of this. And you give us that beautiful information about yourself. Then when you come to ModelLand, you come as an upriser, a person that is there to break down beauty standards of this narrow, defined school that is oppressing all of us. And you come to say, you know what, my beauty matters. And there's a storyline that you go through, all while upping your photo game. And I'm teaching you angles and tips and tricks, but there is a revolution going down. You see graffiti Xing out all different types of beauty standards. So again, imagine Harry Potter's Hogwarts meets America's Next Top Model with a little crazy Willy Wonka whimsy up in there with the magic of Disney. That is ModelLand. And you're going to take photos. There's runways. There's shopping like crazy. So that's really what we are.
So
there's live posing classes.
Amen. And smizing classes?
There's smizing class.
Of course.
And then it's a different experience every time you go, though.
Yeah, we change the theme every 3 months. So every time you come back, if you have a membership, you will experience a totally different theme. Yes, so that's like the baseline ticket. Then there's something called the Fantascene. The Fantascene is where you actually come to, like, we call it our grand lounge. And you come and it's like the most amazing spa in Vegas. Like, that's what it looks like, or Morocco. Except instead of getting rubbed down and then you leave and you have nothing to show for it except for relaxation, you come, you get your makeup done, you get your hair done, you get couture styled. And I'm not talking about Victoria's Secret fashion show. I'm talking Met Ball, over the top, beautiful couture. Oh, yeah, like all the way. And then you get photos, you get photographed by photographers. We choose your photos, we do beautiful work to them, and then we get those delivered to you. So that's the Fantascene. And then the Fantascene Dream is the first class. Tyra Banks, Banks, my rap name, like the first. The Fantasy Dream is like the real fancy one.
So I walk away, hopefully the objective is for me to walk away feeling what?
Better. To feel like when you look in the mirror, you are looking at something beautiful that maybe when you walked into ModelLand you didn't see. Because we are also immersive theater, and we have performers and cast and actors that we have cast that believe that beauty is not one thing. So they're not just acting. They have lines, but they're also ad-libbing. They'll come to you and be like, oh, my sister, look at that beautiful Afro puff on the top of your head. That is so gorgeous. Oh, my gosh, look at these freckles. Do you think that you're going to make those stand out? Make sure that you make those stand out. Do not put any foundation on those. So those are the types of things that they're going to like see.
Look at how they're looking at you. Like, yeah, right. Yeah, you're right, Tyra. Right.
Yes. So we want people to leave ModelLand and feel like, look in that mirror and feel so much self-love. Or if you go with your daughter or you go with your parents, that you guys celebrate and have fun, but it's kind of like a Flintstone vitamin.
Okay.
It's like sweet, but it's good for you, but you don't really taste the vitamins.
Right.
That's what ModelLand is, because we're turning up. Of course, we're having fun. We're posing. We're smizing. We're tooching. We're doing all that type of stuff. But at the same time, there are so many ideologies and things that I have worked with people for 12 years to make sure that people leave feeling high on their own self.
Amen.
Tyra Banks, man.
Tyra.
Yes.
What would you say to maybe a young lady who looks like those beauty standards that we are saying are expired, who's tall, skinny, blonde, and blue-eyed, and now feels shame, possibly because of how the standard, she didn't choose her face or anything like that.
And she didn't choose her face.
Yeah.
So one thing that I say, even at ModelLand, and even what I stand for, is that I'm not saying that typical kind of beauty that we brought up to say is beautiful is bad. We just want them to like step aside so that we all can stand hand in hand together and celebrate all different types of beauties.
Right.
And that's actually what we say at ModelLand. There is a scene at ModelLand between what we called an upriser, which is like a, like back down, and a loyalist, which is somebody that is like, I believe that ModelLand should stay the same and it should be narrow. And that upriser says to her in this scene, you're beautiful, duh. You walk in a room and people look at you and you turn heads. I get it. It's fine. And that's beautiful and it's not going to change. However, you need to understand that you are not the only thing that is beautiful.
Right.
And if you hold my hand and help me break through, we can all be beautiful together. Because I always say that the people in power are the people that open the doors for the people that don't have the power.
Yes.
I did a speech recently in Las Vegas for like a very big corporate organization. And it was a room full of mostly Caucasian people. And I said, I want to talk to all the white men in this room. You are the people that have the power. I was like, people say, oh, Tyra was the first black woman on the cover of Sports Illustrated. A white man had to say yes. And we need more white men to say yes to white women in corporate America. We need more white men to say yes to black people. We need more traditional beauties that have told us that the world has told us that that's the only thing, for them to reach beside us and say, you know what, I'm down for you and I'm going to help you fight this fight, right? The powerful need to help the powerless. And that's what I'm all about.
Tyra, say her name. Tyra. I was thinking about you too.
I feel like I'm in church.
Oh, you are. We were talking about Kobe. They're having a memorial today, and obviously, I always played the work the hit record that you and Kobe once did together. It was a smash. It moved up the Billboard charts, and I realized, damn, Tyra had a cool rapport with Kobe.
Yes.
Yeah. Did y'all actually go in the studio when y'all did that?
I was in the studio with him.
With him. So
yeah.
Can you share anything
I
about
was.
that?
Wow.
So you know how Kobe did a song called KOBE, and it was his first song. He was rapping on it, and but before that song happened, Kobe and I were at the Teen Choice Awards, and he had just won for Sports Star of the Year, and I had just won for Model of the Year. He's sitting behind me, and I'm like, what you doing, Kobe? He's like, I'm just chilling. He's like, well, what are you doing? What you doing this summer? I'm like, I don't know, I'm chilling. I'm like, what you doing? He's like, oh, I'm cutting an album. I'm like, you are? I was like, I'll sing on it. And he just started laughing. I was like, I'll sing on it for free. He was like, oh, for free? Oh. And then like 3 days later, I'm in the studio singing KOBEILOVEU, and I think you are very fine. They're telling me, more baby, Tyra, more baby, if you promise to love me. And so I'm singing this song, and then it became his single.
Yeah.
Now, we should not hate, because the song was good. And I honestly believe that if he had Foxy Brown, who was huge at the time, or Lil Kim or somebody like that on it, it would have gone like really huge. But super basketball star and supermodel that both don't have any credibility in the music industry yet. Yeah. So I wrote a book, and I apologized to him in the book, like in a funny way. Like, I am sorry, you should have had like MC Lyte or somebody to like,
it could have been a bigger record. You feel like it?
I really do.
We got Rich Nice from the original Trackmasters, who was actually Rich. Could pull out from the corner. Get on BB mic. That's Rich Nice. Were you at the studio that day?
I was.
No. So do you remember? You were at the studio. It was like on Santa Monica. Are you serious?
Yeah, Trackmaster spoke in Tony. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, it was like, you were contemplating doing an actual project.
Oh, well, I did later.
Like your own project.
I did later.
And that was the big conversation in the room. Like,
yes, I couldn't really sing, but people used to say, I wasn't like a bad singer, and I'm not going to say the name, but they used to say, you sound better than. I'm like, that's not a compliment. Don't say it, because you guys said it that day.
I know the name too. Don't say it.
No, we won't say it. But they were like, you sound better than her, and I'm like, is that a good thing? Like, but I realized that as a model, as a successful model, I had access to fantastic people. But I didn't deserve that access. I did a song with Pharrell called Playboy. I did a song with Wyclef. I did a song with Mike City. I did a song with Big Bert. I did 6 songs with Rodney Jerkins. I did songs with Justin Timberlake and NSYNC and Britney Spears. They were my manager. Their manager was my manager for a while. Y'all, I had access.
Everything but hits.
Everything but the voice. No, it's not even the voice. And I recorded I have a trove. I have like 15, 20 songs that the world has never heard, except for KOBE and Shake Your Body that I did on America's Next Top Model. But But yeah, I realized that wasn't my gift. But I did this song, Shake Your Body, on America's Next Top Model season 2.
Right.
I don't know if you guys saw it. We did like the music video. Like it was the whole making of the music video. And then there was a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the world premiere of Tyra's Shake Your Body. And
Tracy was watching it.
were you watching it?
Absolutely was.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was an event.
It was an event. And do you know, to this day, it was the highest rated America's Next Top Model episode ever.
Another record.
Yes, but it wasn't because I was so amazing. I really think it was like the car wreck that you slow down and you like, let me see this. What's going on over there? I see a lot of metal and let me just slow down. I really don't think it was like people were so excited to hear me sing. I really think it was like, y'all get the popcorn, let's watch this train wreck. I really, really do. And I woke up, even before I released the song, I gave it out for free. I never like did a real album or anything. But I just woke up and I was like, my gift is not my singing voice, it's my talking voice. So I called my manager, Benny Medina.
Benny. What up? Shout out to Benny
What
Medina.
up, Benny? Yeah, so I called Benny and I was like, Benny, I'm not going to sing, I'm going to talk. Let's do a talk show.
That's how it
pivot.
tempered. Okay, I like that.
Wow.
Was Benny instrumental in you being on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
No, I did not know Benny back then.
Okay,
yeah, I know
but-
it was based after his life. No, I didn't know Benny until like my late 20s.
Oh,
Or
okay.
mid-20s,
wow.
mid-20s. Yeah.
Benny was an EP on that
Yes,
as well.
and it was his life story.
And
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
Benny Medina's life
That was
story.
his life story.
John, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention John, because we haven't talked since he passed. He was such a creative person, and I know you guys had your time together. Did he ever discuss, because that was around the time of Poetic Justice and Higher Learning and all these projects that were coming out. Would you get a chance to hear about the projects before?
All of it. I read all the scripts and gave like my thoughts and everything. Yeah. And I think John was so ahead of his time, particularly with higher learning and like campus violence and like what's going on right now. He was like almost like this prophet that saw it before like it got really, really, really bad.
Yeah. I just found that interesting because I always wonder if how instrumental is the person in that person's relationship in giving ideas.
I would love to say it was all me,
Come up
darling.
with Poetic Justice, did you, Tyra? That wasn't you?
Not at all.
Okay.
None of it.
You didn't
was
write
me.
Higher Learning, no?
No. Well,
No.
not even one word. I would love to say I did, but I didn't.
Okay, Tyra Banks is here. We're celebrating ModelLand. Tickets are on sale now, right?
Yes, you go to model-land.com. Tickets are on sale.
Tyra, outside of being a mogul, which we can speak about for days and days and days, can we speak about you being a mother for a second?
Yeah.
Something I've noticed, last year I sent a little mini doc to Sway that the New York Times did on what they called sharenting.
Oh, yeah.
And it was about, for anyone who's unfamiliar, it's parents who basically put their children on display on social media without their consent and treat them like an accessory. That's how people criticize them. And I noticed that you don't put your son like that in the public eye.
I do not share it.
Right. And I wondered if it was for that reason.
I feel like I've decided to be in the entertainment industry. I made that choice. My child did not ask to be born, and nor is he asking for the world to look at him. And so I don't share him at all. I will admit that I love looking at other people in the public eye that do parent, like sharing,
Sharenting?
like
Okay.
sharing the parenting.
Yeah.
That do share. I enjoy looking at their kids. I just won't do it. I just don't. I feel like he has so much time. Thank you. I'm coughing. Thank you for the water.
DB, she said thank you for the water.
Oh, that's like sparkly or something. What's this? What is this?
You forgot I'm little X this time.
Okay.
Oh my God! For a second, I thought you were when you just said that.
That's kind of look like.
You look so much like, and you sounded like him. I was like, oh my God, little X.
Damn.
But no, I don't share him. But I will share him with you guys because, but you can't like.
No, we wouldn't. Thank you.
That's my boo.
That would be wild.
Oh, wow.
He's a beautiful boy.
That's a beautiful kid right there.
Wow.
No camera.
Damn. Wait, hold up. Don't put it on camera. Oh, okay.
See, he
All right,
turned it
okay.
around. It's so
Okay, we
beautiful.
turned the camera around right there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put a still frame of Tyra's smile or something in that part. Before you go though, we have to have you do our mystery sack.
What is this?
No,
Battle
we're not
of the
doing
Best.
Battle of the Best. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a game we have.
You're rich,
Battle.
you're famous, and you're probably pretty good at what you do.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
But we want to know who you would pick between the greatest matchups of all time. It's the Battle of the Best on Sway in the morning.
All right, Tyra Banks is our special guest. Little XDB, can you go ahead and break down the game?
Way too many names. All right, so what we did was we compiled some people who are known for their wigs. And so we're going to have you pick two at a time, and you have to pick which one's wig game is the best.
Okay, read
Yes.
it out
The
loud.
strongest. That's a better
Two
word.
at a time.
Okay,
Yeah, so
strongest
pick out the
wig game.
first. Okay, pick out the.
One or
She's
two?
doing good. All
Two
right,
at a time.
Two at a time. Okay.
Okay,
right.
so Sia's wig game or Nicki Minaj? Oh my gosh.
Strongest wig game.
Okay.
Strongest wig game.
Sia, what I like about Sia's wig, it's like one wig.
Yeah.
So I'm all about personal branding. I teach personal branding at a college. So I like that it's one and it's like so undeniable. Any of us in this entire room can put on a Sia wig and people be like, you Sia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Beyonce. Whereas Nicki Minaj, she has a melange of so many different ones. So she's more of a chameleon. So that's a different type of personal branding. But I would go with Sia because it's just like pow.
It's strong.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, Lil
All right.
X can wear it, and I would.
You should throw that on, X.
Yeah,
Little
yeah,
extra.
I'm not part of
All
this
right,
game.
round
His nickname is Extra.
Okay, round two.
It worked.
Meg the Stallion and Lady Gaga.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got some wigs, and people don't really think that they're wigs because she is.
They look so
you know,
natural.
Yeah,
They work.
and she's Caucasian, and so people don't know that it's a wig. But white girls wear wigs too, and hers look amazing.
Yeah,
So she's
yeah.
like a role model.
Damn, white girls wear wigs.
Yeah. They call it extensions.
like a new
Round
movement.
tree. Yeah. It's like a T-shirt.
Hashtag that mug.
Oh, this is a good one. RuPaul or Kylie Jenner.
Oh.
Wow,
that's good.
That is good.
We'll end on that one.
So, kind of similar. RuPaul, drag queen, that's just like a normal thing that just comes with it. And so, like, you expect it. And gorgeous wigs and slayed and but sadly, he's not going to get as much credit as he deserves because he's a drag queen and is a master.
Yes.
Kylie Jenner didn't come out of the womb like RuPaul did, knowing how to work a wig.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to give it to Kylie Jenner. And I know she's got a closet full of those wigs.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know they're wigs because she's,
The T-shirt.
Yeah, the T-shirt. Hashtag.
She's the T-shirt.
Hashtag. White girls wear wigs too. Is that it?
That's the T-shirt.
oh my gosh, she should totally get that
Yeah.
T-shirt.
White girls wear wigs too. You think we'll get any credit for that? All right, anyway, Tyra Banks, ladies and gentlemen. ModelLand, follow Tyra. And how can we get tickets to ModelLand?
We can go to Model-Land, like the dash, like the line, model-land.com, and you can click on the tickets. There's 3 different types, and we got memberships, and I just can't wait to see you. And I've been cold calling people that buy tickets because you
Really?
put your phone number in there when you buy tickets.
Yeah.
And last night I was up all night calling people and FaceTiming people.
Wow, that's
Yes,
dope.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
I did. So you never know if I'll call you.
That's an awesome big data grab.
Yes.
That's
and
smart.
the last thing I want to tell you is we have something called the ModelLand Discovery Society. And right now, the people that are buying tickets right now when they come to ModelLand, we are in search of 4 faces for a cosmetics campaign. We're looking for a mama. We're looking for a daddy.
Okay.
We're looking for a teenager that's 16 plus, and we're looking for age ain't nothing but a number, meaning just all ages are beautiful. And my scouts are going to be looking for those people and plucking them, and they're going to have a photo shoot for a next level cosmetics campaign. And I'm not talking about pro models, mamas and daddies. You got that, and teenagers and age ain't nothing but a numbers.
I love what you're doing, Tyra.
That's dope.
Thank
Come
you.
on, man. You making people feel good, being at their best. But that creative mind of yours, that's the next interview.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the next interview.
go
That
deep.
business mind, that creative mind of yours, that's our next interview. You do way too much to not be spotlighted. Tyra Banks, thank you for always coming by.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.